broke the universe.
But did he? Opening weekend for The Flash was less than super. The newest DC and Warner Brothers superhero flick made $55 million in its first 3 days in North American theaters. Not bad for an amount by a normal movie, but about half of superhero movie standards, where a $100 million debut is almost commonplace now. The Flash cost $200 million to make. And a Utah Fire Department in tonight's spotlight for a life-saving rescue. The team posted to social media their noble efforts in saving 8 baby raccoons. A demolition crew was taking down an abandoned house when they heard chirping noise coming from the rubble. Raccoons were found in the debris. Their mom was nowhere to be found. The critters were taken back to the fire station where they were fed and looked after for a bit. The raccoons are now on their way to a new home. Audrey's got a final look at our forecast. Audrey.
Well, looking good for tonight, Arthur. We're expecting quiet and tranquil conditions across the region. Just a few high, thin clouds. Other than that, it'll be mostly clear. Temperatures will be in the 60s here in the city. We'll be in the 50s in some of the suburbs, like in the Hudson Valley and into northwestern New Jersey. Tomorrow, a beautiful start to the week. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures will be nice and warm. We'll be at 81 in the city, same number in White Plains, and even up in Poughkeepsie. We'll see some 70s in some of the outer lying suburbs. Again, with a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. There could be a spotty sprinkle up towards the north in the Hudson Valley. There could be a shower north Tuesday afternoon, too, with a high of 77. Summer officially begins on Wednesday morning just before 11 a.m. It'll be a cool start, relatively cool. 75 degrees will be the high number there. But as we go further on into the week, we're going to warm it into the 80s by the weekend. Unfortunately, though, by the weekend, there will be the chance of some rain. There could be light rain for Saturday and a shower chance for Sunday. That's something we'll be watching over the next several days. Arthur?
All right, great way to start the week. Thanks so much, Audrey. And that's all we've got for the news. Hope you're enjoying the holiday weekend and this Father's Day if you're celebrating it. Have a fantastic week ahead. Good Day is going to have the latest headlines starting at 4:30 a.m. And stay with us. Sports Extra with Tina Servasio starts right now.
Coming up on Sports Extra, the Polar Bear is back. Before today's Mets game at Citi Field, Pete Alonso was reinstated from the injured list ahead of schedule, making the slugging first baseman available for the final game of the Cardinals series. But did the All-Stars return help the Mets finally win a series? That's our top story. The Yankees and Red Sox give fans a double dose of their storied rivalry today, playing 2 in their split doubleheader. The Yanks find themselves then trying to avoid a sweep in the nightcap, so we'll check in on the latest drama from Fenway. And with today being Father's Day, it would only be appropriate to have a guest named Big Daddy. Yes, he is joining the show. Renowned sports insurance agent Rich Big Daddy Salgado will be here not only to give us insight into why NFL players need unique insurance policies, but Big Daddy also runs one of the biggest golf outings in the New York area each June as he raises money for St. Jude's Hospital, where he gets a little help from his sports celebrity friends. So we'll have fun talking about that as well in just a bit. And then we'll turn to the pros on the golf course, where the best of the LPGA are coming to New Jersey next week for the Women's PGA Championship at Baltusrol Golf Club. I was out at the course this week to see how they're preparing. Plus, we'll check in on today's U.S. Open final in L.A. It sounds like tonight's show could be a hole-in-one. So sign that scorecard, kick up your feet in the clubhouse, and let's get another edition of Sports Extra started right now.
Welcome to Sports Extra, presented by Toyota.
Well, good evening and happy Father's Day to all of the fathers and all of the father figures tonight. We are so happy that you are spending your Sunday night here with us. This is Sports Extra presented by Toyota. I'm Tina Servasio. Well, great news on this Father's Day for Mets fans. Any kind of Mets fan, because first baseman Pete Alonso returned from injury ahead of schedule. Now, Alonso was expected to be out 3 to 4 weeks, but today Alonso was reinstated from the injured list just 11 days after being hit on his left wrist by a pitch that left him with a sprain and a contusion. Well, Alonso quickly rebounded, missing just 8 games, but in his first game back, Alonso didn't factor much into today's series finale against the St. Louis Cardinals, the rubber match of this series. Alonso, in fact, looked rusty. He was 0 for 4, striking out 3 times. And after the game, manager Buck Showalter said Alonso was frustrated by his performance. Now, just a day after the birth of his second daughter, Francisco Lindor Moore celebrated Father's Day with a solo home run in the first inning, and that was the start of a wild offensive day for both teams. With the game tied at 7 in the ninth inning, the Cardinals' Nolan Arenado hit his second home run on the day, this one off Mets reliever Adam Ottavino, as the Cardinals beat the Mets 8-7. St. Louis taking 2 of 3 in this series despite having the worst record in the National League, and now the Mets have lost 7 of their last 10.